As we're rolling up here today, guys, we're going to be talking about riding someone's energy. It's used in knife training, but it's a very effective Chi Sao-like drill that will teach you your tactile sense, how to move with somebody's energy rather than using strength and restricting energy. But I think you'll really like this drill. It's easy to learn. Try it out and get back to me on it. So as we mentioned, guys, we're going to be doing a technique for riding the energy. Now this is a good one for everyone to practice. We start off, I have Dave. He's got his hand first on top of my hand, okay? So what you want to do is make sure that you have your elbow tucked in and a slight bend in your hand right here. Good. So this is what we call control or monitoring hand right here. He can pop it away later if he wanted to, or he can stop me when we do the blade stuff later. Okay? So starting from here, first level is he's going to ride the energy. Now what you want to do is he wants to turn his body with it. So his elbow stays inside of the hands, your fingers are crossing my palm. Your palm's making contact right here, and then he's riding that energy. He's not pressing down. The only time he would press is if there's forward energy. And he doesn't want to over press because then if I release, he can fall. So you want to find this pressure, developing that tactile sense. Okay, now I'm moving, he's got to move with this. He wants to keep his center of his body, his elbow in front, and keep that forearm nice solid guard on this. So if I'm trying to get into his legs, around his waist here, he's preventing that. The next one is me coming up here. Very similar, it's a Tactile, all right? He's just right in, holding that, okay? From here, I may now drop this elbow in. If I do this, he's gonna rotate into a Chun Chi Sao. Now right here, he wants to control that elbow, as though he's, when you're in the Tactile, you want the palm facing up as though he's holding a plate, okay? If he pushes too high, he's gonna dump that plate. If he pulls it down, he's gonna dump that plate. So his pressure wants to be going as though he's serving that plate. So the pressure is always straight ahead along, keeping that plate level. So if I put that pressure in, this is a very strong surface, especially if he keeps that elbow tucked in, okay? If I'm going from the elbow, I go back to reach around, he just rolls it in and turns it either a Tactile or the Tactile, which is wrapping his wrist over. Okay, this will later on give you more grip ability. So a little drill right here is I'm just practicing as I go to throw that elbow in, he flips that Tactile. And you want to have that rotating, feeling that energy as I'm going. So he's rotating with it, staying so that his elbow stays in, okay? You might at first have to hold your elbow to get support to make sure you're staying in, but he's not fighting my movement, he's moving with me, okay? So if your body twists right there, you've got to keep your body with it, turn your body with it, meaning you got to move your feet, you've got to move everything. Keep your center facing the force, all right? Level one here, I'm trying to grab, fingers face out. This is new to him as well here. Right here, riding the energy. So he's learning in real time right now on this. I go up towards the face, it comes up here, okay? Now the elbow comes in, he turns it to the Chun Chi Sao, making sure that elbow is inside. After that, I'm going to come around as I'm going to reach over, he's going to pull that hand down, get that elbow back in, and follow on top. What you do not want to do is get underneath, because then you have all kinds of things bad that can happen. You want to control the top surface at all times. Okay, so he's got lower level, up high. If I come in with the elbow, he rolls Chun Chi Sao. If I go around, he drives it back down and keeps in. Now, he's not trying to force me. If he's trying to lead me like here, see, I can come back, I can get him. So he wants to control, okay? Keep your body moving with it, keep your feet moving at all times too. If I back up, you stick. If I'm going here, he's turning, move away from whatever I'd have. This may be a blade later, bring it back around. So he's on top here, first level. Second level is up here. Third, I'm throwing the elbow, he stops that elbow. I'm going around, he brings it back down, gets back on top of the hand. They should always be crossing the palm at an X position. So he's here, he's got to move his body and his feet so that he's in that position, okay? It's very important that you don't get off to the side here because you lose all your strength. So when you're moving, keep it in front of you. Move your feet, okay? Just like fighting. I go out now and I'm going out high. If I go out wide, he's riding that energy. And as soon as I get up here, he goes with the Chun Chi Sao, slides back down. So see that coming up? Boom. Now, same thing, his center, his palm should always be maintaining the center of his body. So if his body's moving, his feet should be moving to keep that position, bring it over. If I'm coming back this way, he's following that energy. Much better, good. So one side he's coming up, boom. Other side he's coming around, very nice. Working on this low line. And a good thing to try is close your eyes and just feel the energy. So we're starting off. Watch that that elbow stays in and that you don't go underneath, okay? So ride that energy. If I rise up, he's riding it. If I bend the elbow, he feels it. He's coming around, he's got his eyes closed right now, he brings it back down. He's not trying to stop it, he's riding the energy right here. Back over, ride that energy. Now, eyes back open. If I grab him by the wrist right here, I want to practice catching with this position, thumb and middle finger, not grabbing the forearm. You want to lock at the wrist. This is going to be used in future drills that we go off of this on. Okay, so got this wrist, he's going to bisect his face, but he wants his elbow to the inside of his wrist. So he's got to really drop this shoulder and cover, so if I'm in here, he can intercept that. Now he brings this hand down, goes on top. That's the same principle. As quickly as you can, get that elbow in. If you need to, have that person hold that elbow. So as I'm moving, if he's not facing the force, when I go here, he's not going to be able to stop it. He's following the force, so at any time, I can come in. See, he would have had to pull that right there, meaning that if he pulled that through, he's lost the tactile sense. So he's not trying to force me, he's trying to keep that energy from coming forward at him. Elbow in, good. I grab, he intercepts in the middle, boom, back down, okay? We've got this type of motion going here. So you can see that, I grab, he's in, he gets control, right back down. Now, if you come down here and he catches elbow in front of him, okay, in front of him, okay, and he presses this down onto my forearm, this is a winning position. He's got me trapped, he could strike me now with his free hand, and so on, okay, he's crossed me over. This is later when we turn into an actual game. So we'll start first on the low line. He's grabbing for this leg, okay? I can ride that, my elbow's low, he comes in, I can stop that. He goes for this leg. My body turns. This is where I see how my body position is. Okay, he comes back for this leg. I'm in. Notice that I'm very lightly touching him unless he pushes towards me with that. That elbow's in, so I've got control. So he rub for the throat, I'm just palming it out right here. Okay? This is where it gets dangerous because if he now sees this and knows he's setting me up, he can drop that elbow into my face. So he's throwing the elbow, there's the Chun Chi Sao. If he comes around like you're coming around to, okay, then I sweep it back down. Okay, and we're back in. So again, I'm just working on riding the energy with the knife. I'm not trying to dig in at them and use strength right now. It's learn. Start off slow, start off light, build the fluidity, add in a little bit of resistance, practice until you have a nice partnership, and then start testing it, okay? But until you get there, until you have proper headgear on and protection, don't like go hard. So I'm just starting off with him learning this. So we got this first position, okay? He's riding that energy. Now he wants to move. If he's moving to the left, it moves, pivots, good. Turn, we're gonna try to keep this going towards the camera for you. So as I'm coming in, he's riding that energy. Palm stays facing out. Watch that if I come over here and you turn so that your elbows are always inside as we go, okay? So as I'm coming here, if I grab this, stick in, he learns to ride that energy. Keep the elbows down, keep that palm in contact. That's the way. See how he's doing this? Comes over, pass it. I'll do that one more time. As it comes up, he brings his elbow under, moves his hand out of the way. So if I was coming here to cut, there it is. Watch that movement a couple times. Bang. If it's coming the other way and I'm trying to cut across, elbow rolls over, back down. Bonsai's it over, back down. If I'm coming here to push, he matches the resistance. If I come here, he matches resistance. Now, you want to keep that elbow in as much as possible, right? Just because you may have somebody also trying to pick your elbow at the same time. Now, as I'm in here, if I go here, he moves it out. Again, I'm going to just go from here, he intercepts in the middle. Now, again from here, he's got this low line. Now, if I'm in here, he's got to watch for getting that hand out if he can. We'll get into this in a dex drill where you can roll this hand out, or he can simply dump this across and create injuries that way by using his arm to bring mine in so he can cut. We're not going to get there right now. So we're just riding the energy, okay? Goes up towards the face, it's here, the elbow rolls, he's going to roll that Tactile. Turn your body so that if I'm pushing, you're able to use your legs and your abs. If you turn this way, see how you lose the strength, okay? If you get out too far this way to the side, you lose the strength as I pull in. So keep the elbows down, in, and that's the key right here, okay? Move with it. We're moving slow. I'm just feeding it with him. Good. He intercepts. Good. And I switch, and he picks it up. Don't try to fight it, or else you're into a grappling sort of position. You're just trying to keep it. So I want to be able to work these type of things. See how you can just flow with it? A couple of circles backwards. Just flowing with it. Good. He's moving and flowing. I come with the stab. He moves with it. I come back here. Watch those hands. Fingers up. Good. Keep that palm going. This is looking pretty good. Intercept. Pick it up. Okay? Stay on top. It takes practice. Keep your body. Don't let it get outside your body. If I get outside here, I got nice, easy cuts. If he has this knife and he goes out here, who's going to win in the strength thing here? Him every time. If he goes out here, okay, if he goes out to the side and I turn, so I'm facing and my elbow's in, if he's cutting at me, he hasn't had the strength to do it because I've got my center. I go outside that elbow, right through me. If the same thing this side, if he gets out this side and I get out this way, I'm angled with my body like this, who's going to win? If he leads with his elbow, leads with his elbow as it cuts, he's going to have power. That's going to have power. I'm not going to be able to fight that. I face the force, my center at all times. So if he's in, boom, I reset. He comes in, I still got that force. Where later on, I can then add my disarms and so on, okay? Again, as you get going, we're going light. He's just going light movement. I can switch if I want to. I ride over. If you guys are directing, try to direct to not hurt them, but try to direct as though you're trying to touch them. If they get wide out here, deliver it to them, okay? This person that's coming at you, they're coming at you. So as he comes in, see how I'm here? Facing the force, directing in. Good, if I pass it, okay? He comes back in, I'm facing that force. Okay, now from here, if he extends that, there are things that we can now get, okay? So here's the first wrist lock. If it goes across me, he comes in and cuts across. I get here, there's the extension. Here's the second wrist lock. I can peel it out. If he comes in, I've got this here, and he comes with the extension. That's where this wrist lock comes in. If he comes here and he goes outside to dig in, that's where this wrist lock comes in, okay? Later on, if he's coming in, I can pitch it in. We get controls here, upset the balance, and we go to the next level. All right, guys, so I want you to try this. Tell me what you think of this game. Give us feedback, and we're going to bring you a whole bunch of self-defense games. Remember, it's not about fighting so much in the self-defense. You have to know your self-defense or some martial arts techniques, but the idea is to learn how to get away safe and survive for the next day.